What's up, lesson 119? I'm so excited that tomorrow we're out of the teens, we'll be in 120, and then after tomorrow, we'll be back out of the review. We can start eating cookies again. All right, that means I have to remember to make the cookies for the videos and go, and then like give you a cookie. It'll be great. It'll be great. All right, so lesson 119, let me shake the table here a little bit. Get cozy. I really started to enjoy, especially the second part of the review, when my life and my podcast got like synchronistically like jiving with the whole give and receive are one in truth. Like so many times that came through my oracle cards this week at Herb Oracle. So that was pretty fun. That like brought it home a little bit. So reviewing two things with lesson 119, truth will correct all errors in my mind, and to give and to receive are one in truth. So those were the reviews. What else did it say? Not much, because they were short and quick reviews. I am mistaken when I think I can be hurt. That was huge though. Understanding your invulnerability. I am God's son whose self rests safely in the mind of God. So how would life be if everybody realized they could not be hurt? That they were, in fact, eternal beings. You know, it'd be like, wow, you can't be scaring me with death threats, I suppose, right? There's that. And yeah, I think it would definitely change people. To give and to receive are one in truth. I will forgive all things today, that I may learn how to accept the truth in me and come to recognize my sinlessness. So that is what 119 is reviewing. Good stuff. Simple stuff, basic stuff, but definitely stuff that we may have forgotten from, when we did the lesson the first time. So reviews are good. Here's what Tina Jesus said. Tina Jesus wanted to talk about giving and receiving, and in specific, giving, and how giving of yourself might be difficult if you've been denying yourself and unloving to yourself. So if you've just been hating on you, how can you give anything of yourself to anybody? So here's what Tina Jesus suggested. Invest in yourself. Allow self-love, take care of you, take care of yourself, educate yourself. And then he sort of chimed in that the educational system is a little bit skewed, but hey, whatever, it's probably better than nothing if you can't get there. Like, you could just jump to like loving yourself, but some people need that permission slip of, I went to school. But it is, however you make it is basically. Give to yourself in any way you can. I love the idea of investing in yourself. Then once you have your cup full, you can have something to share. You can give freely. You can give freely after you nurture you. And that totally jived with the Herb Oracle Power Up episode this week, powering up nurturing. And yeah, giving and receiving, and it all just mushed together into one pretty okay learning experience for me this week. Hey, I've given my life permission to be my teacher, and so now I love it when things get in sync and jive together. But yeah, I mean, what do you really have to give if you're not a whole, complete being? So you can give freely after you nurture yourself, after you take care of yourself. Love yourself first, then you can love others. Take care of you, then take care of others. Put your mask on in the airplane that's hurtling to the death of all of you. Put your oxygen mask on first, and then you can put on the mask of somebody else. Pretty simple. Pathwaysoflight.org. Welcome to the reading, A Course in Miracles Workbook Lesson 119, Insights. Review. Truth will correct all errors in my mind, and to give and to receive are one in truth. One sentence that stood out to me in today's lesson is that it is impossible that the Son of God could be hurt in any way. I tried to imagine what it would be like to really know this. I experienced fleeting moments of a hint of what this would feel like. It was interesting to observe what came with it. In those moments, body identification faded to almost nothing. I was less limited to a place in space or a point in time. My sense was of being extended far beyond the body. It was very inclusive. I welcomed everyone into my circle of being, for there was no reason to defend or protect. There was no thought of harm. It was very peaceful and joyful. Everyone was my friend. I felt a joining of my heart with all hearts. There was a wonderful exchange of energy, of love, of unified thought. I felt uplifted, free. I carried no heavy burdens. I felt like what could be best described as floating, weightless. I seemed to only be able to allow this feeling for brief moments, and then I would pull back into my usual perspective of being in a body identified with it. I would move back and forth between this body identification and feeling on the fringes of the experience of total safety. I wasn't able to allow myself to experience it totally without reservation, to totally let go of all body identification. Yet I let go enough to taste the freedom, to taste the expansiveness, the limitlessness, to taste the joy and peace, and to know that this is what I want in truth. And so I will continue to practice these exercises so that I may move closer to the consistent recognition that harm is impossible, that I am innocent along with the whole world. I am deeply grateful for these fleeting moments that hint at the reality of my home in heaven. My goal is clear, and I journey on with a lightened step. The first part of today's lesson gives me the benefits of stilling my mind and listening to the truth. As I am willing to open to the truth, the errors in my mind are healed. It is the errors in my mind that are causing all the feelings of limitation and distress I experience. If I really think about it, I do not want to continue holding on to the errors in my mind. They only bring me pain. I hold on to the errors many times because I think they are true. I think I am right in believing them. Jesus is helping me to realize that this is a mistake. Very gently, he reminds me that I do not know what anything means. He gently encourages me to let go of the meaning I have given to everything. He gently encourages me to step back from the meaning I have given to everything in this world. As I practice stepping back, the first rays of light are able to shine through. I remember that everything I see through the body's eyes is part of the dream of separation. As I practice remembering this, it gets easier to be aware of the truth that lies beyond the dream of separate bodies. Everyone is really still the same light of God. Everyone is really still the same love of God. No one can be hurt. No one can be harmed. No one is their body. No one is their ego personality. No one is anything but an extension of God's love. That is inviolate, changeless, eternal. The truth shines forth as I quiet my mind and let it enter my awareness. The truth does heal all errors in my mind as I am willing to open up and listen, to open up and receive. As I receive the truth, I give the truth. Ideas leave not their source. The truth is continuous and eternal. It is the reason everyone is safe. It is the reason there is no death. There is no world of separation. I am willing to rest in this remembering today. When I get my feelings hurt or I am afraid, I'm like a little kid and run to my Father for comfort, to feel that safety with him, so he can remind me that I cannot be hurt in any way. Of course, as an ego, I can't imagine what that's like, but somehow when I'm in quiet, deep down in my heart, I know this is not only possible, but true. I guess that's why I keep doing it. I too was struck by the reminder that I could not be hurt in any way, but I was intent on my interpretation, so I didn't think to try another way of relating. This is the exact place for me to go during any of the exercises. I too need to be where I feel Daddy's safety. I forgot that part. It was just recently that I absorbed the meaning of rest in God, or rest in peace for that matter. This time, it was my need, my craving for something elusive, and asking him for it, whatever it is, that gave me the experience and then the understanding of the words. I guess I still forget his gifts. pathwaysoflight.org. Yeah, so the Pathways of Light, I love it because those are personal little experiences of a few people that they put together, and it doesn't matter who you are, you're going to have your own personal interpretation and experience of these lessons in real life for you. Like that one person who was saying, I get little tidbits, little tastes of what it would feel like to really know that nothing can hurt me, to really know this, and you get a little taste of it, and it does keep you going. It does, you forgive a little bit and you're like, oh my God, that feels so good to not have that. Then that's what keeps you going on your path more and more, longer and longer with the Course in Miracles, and just working on yourself too. You start to, as Herbal Marie says, feel better and be well, right? So you feel a little bit better, and then that is incentive and motivation and encouragement to keep on going. So love yourself up. Feel how good that feels to just feel wholesome and nurtured and cared for and taken care of by you. And then you will continue to do that more and more. So I will forgive all things today. To give and receive are one in truth. And I have been mistaken if I think I can get hurt, because I am God's son whose self rests safely in the mind of God. And that truth will correct all errors in my mind. I am doing so good with these.